Okay, we are going live. Going live. I believe we are up. Welcome to Bowtied's first discography tournament. A voting tournament where we are going to decide as a community what is the best track of an artist's discography. And today being Tristam, of course. The artist that sort of kickstarted this channel into full gear. And so I thought it was only right that we would start with Tristam. Hello. Who we got in here? We got Poisoned. We got Stop Posting Rodrigo Olive. Tylo, King Cobra, Futuristic. So this is gonna be really interesting for a couple reasons. I'll explain into it when we get into it a little bit more, but I will quickly go over some of the brackets so you can see some of it. I'll explain it more actually when we get into it, but for now I'll explain for those of you that are here. The ranking is based off of how many songs it has. How many plays the song has on Spotify. So I know this isn't a very exact formula, but there had to be some way to rank it. I didn't want it to be totally random because then you might have like the number 1 and 2 against each other in the very first round, like potentially 1 and 2. So I didn't want it to be random. I wanted some semblance of voting, some semblance of an original or a way to rank it in some ways. So I ended up going with by song plays on Spotify. I tried to go by monthly listens on Last.fm, but there wasn't enough data, I think, for that. And so, and it actually was pretty similar to what actually was the most played. So this is by most played. There's semi color coordinated in terms of like Flight's like a drum and bass or a drum step track, and so Who We Are and Build the Cities were like electronic, or their album art had was like, let's say, fairly gray, where all the dark blue is from With Love Until We Die. These purple ones are from his like dubstep era to some extent, and so there's a little bit of color coding. It's not super exact, but yeah. So there'll be a lot of stuff up against each other right away. The most interesting thing is, even though a lot of his older stuff is on here, like his older projects with Rogue and the Who We Are EP, they still have more plays on Spotify than his album, which actually surprises me. So like the lowest track, Can You Feel the Love is like the second lowest. There's 52 tracks that I've discerned, where Different is the lowest. So sadly, even though it's some of his newer stuff that I think Different is miles better than a lot of the other tracks here, just because they haven't aged as well. It just makes it into the bottom half because that's just the way it has to be. That's the way it has to be with the voting like this. So let me just change this if I can. It looks like it doesn't want me to, for my own sanity. And then I'll talk into it when we actually get to it as well. But I also have little snippets of all the songs. So I have 20-second snippets of every single song here that we will go through and listen to, just so you get a quick refresher for what the song is or its style or something like that. Because there's a lot of stuff that I don't like. I have not a hot clue. I couldn't remember what Who We Are sounded like, or actually I knew Rewell, but like Blood Money, You Clearly Let It Show, I don't remember quite like that. So. Yeah, so my question is, hello, Bowtied Medium. What does that even mean? My question right now, who's going to win? Who is going to win? Who is going to win? Your favorite track. What's going to win? So maybe you can say your favorite track and who's going to win, because I think they will probably be different. Like, I don't think my favorite track is going to win. I don't think my personal favorite Tristam track is going to win, but I think it'll do well. Actually, I'm going to put this here. Yeah, like, I don't think my favorite Tristam track is going to win, but that's just, yeah. Okay, Aaron saying questions are ruthless. Frame of mind. Favorite questions, though? Oh, 2 questions kind of there. From Jack. Hawkling Street. Wow. Before We Fade. 1992. Crave, Bone Dry, Ruthless. We got a lot of stuff here. Crave is your favorite Bowtied? You are correct, Futuristic. I'm impressed you know that. Crave is my favorite Tristam song of all time. With Love Until We Die is second. but I don't think either are going to win. Is my guess. I don't know. It'll be tough. So there's some crazy things off the bat that are going to be really hard. Just the way that the bracket goes. Like, what is it? Right off the bat. Where is it? Where's With Love Until We Die? With Love Until We Die plays Guardian, and so it'll probably beat this. It'll probably win this matchup. Also, why is my things like this? It'll probably win this matchup. But then it goes against Far Away right away, and then we'll probably go up against either Once Again or something like that. So it's like, oh my gosh, it gets intense right away. There's some early matchups that are ridiculous. Like look at this. Before We Fade 1992. That's tough. That is tough. So, but without any further ado, I think we will get into it. The bracket. We've got 52 Tristam tracks that I've discerned are official releases from Tristam. So this is a lot on his Spotify, as well as stuff that has been released on Monster Cat in the past. It's not really anywhere right now. So we're 52 tracks. The number one. Yes. So how they're ranked? They're ranked by Spotify plays, by all-time plays on Spotify. This isn't obviously the best way to go about it, but I think it's a decent way to discern what would be a general ranking. And so I didn't want to do totally random, because then like Flight versus Frame of Mind may just be the first round and then they're just gone right away. So I wanted there to be some semblance of some ranking in some capacity, and so that's the way I decided to go with it, to do it like this. So these are the rankings here by Spotify plays all time, which means some of the newer Tristam stuff is actually lowest. So a difference you can see is the actually last track. It is the lowest number, lowest amount of plays on Spotify, where Flight is number one. And we got a whole bunch of stuff here. They're sort of color-coded in some area, like all the dark blue here is like With Love Until We Die. All the purple is kind of like the older dubstep stuff. And then I try to match the cover art as much as I could to all of these tracks. So we're just going to go in order here. We will do a quick... we'll do a quick overview. So Flight is here. We'll look at the big one. So Flight is here on this side of the bracket with Build the Cities, Empire of Sound, with Follow Me actually here as well. So Children of the Dark is here. These are some, I think, some bigger tracks. My Friend is also here. So My Friend might take on Flight. On this side of the bracket, this lower quarter, we got Till It's Over and Crave, I would say, are probably two of the biggest ones here. Well, with Questions, Violence even being here. I remember Hawkling Street, probably one of his better older stuff. Bottom right, we've got Bone Dry and Too Simple. I think Bone Dry may have a clear path all the way up to here. We got Razor Sharp up here. Can You Feel the Love? Black Beauty, Truth, Devotion, Ruthless. Ooh, this might be the hardest. This might be the hardest couple to get by, I think. These might be probably the hardest, I think, of anything. And on the top right, we've got Frame of Mind, we got The Vine, Before We Fade, Far Away, With Love Until We Die, Razor Sharp, VIP, once again. Oh, this seems tough too. I think the top right bracket feels maybe a little bit tougher, or the right side of the bracket feels like it's a lot harder to go through than the left side, I would say. So, yeah. Yes, I know technically they got more YouTube plays or something like that, or there's Apple Music as well, which I'm not counting. But so, without any further ado, let's really hop into it. So, to figure out, I'm going to play a 20-second snippet, and then we're going to vote on each track. So, first up, so you just get a reminder of how the track is. Here is Over the Edge. So that's Over the Edge, going against Who We Are, 33. So those are your two votes. I'm an idiot. I literally got the first poll wrong. That is so bad. I got the first poll wrong. I wrote Over the Edge twice. Wow, this is a good start. Good start. Rigged. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I wonder which one I want to win. Over the Edge versus Who We Are. I will say off the bat, you guys are more than welcome to troll vote if you really want to, but I would implore you not to. I think you shouldn't. I think we should actually, as a community, figure out what is the biggest Tristam tracks, and so obviously you can vote whatever the heck you want. But I think it's more fun if we actually do it legit, because I think that's just more fun. Okay, 18 votes. It's going to be Over the Edge by a long shot. So, and then all we do is we go like this and we move this over here. And now Who Over the Edge is going to play Flight eventually. So, up next, a hard one off the bat. We've got My Friend versus Mistake. So here is My Friend. And then Mistake.
You love to tell me when I make a mistake. Well, you know, I stumble, trip, and fall. The more that you blame, you say our love is broken like a bone that you break, and it shows. Stay so long has been my greatest mistake because.
What would you say? Tristam had a track with .exe that was taken out on Spotify. It is not here. I've not heard of that track. There was another one technically with Stephen Walking, the Jingle Bells Christmas song, which I decided not to add because it didn't really have anything anywhere, if that makes sense. Like, it just didn't have any data. I couldn't find it on Spotify, so I didn't go with Jingle Bells. But wow, that was a lot closer than that. This vote's a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. 14. Oh my gosh. I'm going to wait till, wow. I'm genuinely surprised some of you put Mistake. I feel like My Friend is one of Tristam's better, and Mistake is one of his least good on the album, in my opinion. But that's the whole point of this, is a community vote. But I'm surprised it says here. Oh wow. Okay, I'll wait till it hits. A minute, and then I'll hit end poll as soon as it hits 1 minute. But I think the votes are probably, what is this? Probably 11 to. Oh, it hit 1 minute. Oh, I saw two votes came in at the end. Oh my gosh. Are we seriously 50-50 that? The second matchup? We seriously 50-50 that the second matchup? So here's the question. What do we do now? What do we do now that that there's a 50-50 call? Okay, so let's do this. So on 50-50s, or okay, what do you guys want to do? So I guess I could have done the other thing, but phone joke. So what do you want to do? Do you want to do a revote, or do you want me to decide on a 50-50 vote? What's the plan? Is it me to decide? Is it higher? I guess I probably could have done a lot more options, but if you didn't already vote, then you're the tiebreaker. Ooh, that's a good idea. I did vote, though, is the problem. I voted on my phone. So maybe I won't vote. Yeah, that's probably what'll have to happen. Yeah, oh my gosh, guys. It's 50-50 again. Revote. Okay, we can do the tiebreak because more people joined. I should hold my vote for the tiebreak. Okay, so vote. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we're getting this close already. My Friend versus Mistake. We're gonna do it again. I will not vote this time, and I'll be the tiebreaker. That's what will happen. I will not vote, and I will be the tiebreaker. Even though I think My Friend is better, I will not vote, and I'll be the tiebreaker. That is crazy how quick that, or how close this is right away. I'm shocked you guys like Mistake more. Like, I don't know. That just surprises me. Wow, the votes are a lot more for My Friend. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm going to wait till it says a minute again, and once it says a minute, I'm going to end the poll because we cannot keep doing this forever. We've got to listen to some more stuff. Mistake feels cleaner. I get that Mistake feels cleaner, but like, My Friend is like classic Tristam. It's like what I remember listening to it in specifically my grade 11 English class for the first time, and I was like blown away. I was like, this song is incredible. So I remember listening to it exactly. I can tell you the first time I listened to it. I mean, I can tell you the first time it wasn't a mistake too, but that was at my work, doing the video for the first time. Poll ended. My friend is going to take it. I don't know what happened for the voting there, but you guys all decided you like it better. So classic doesn't mean better. I know classic doesn't mean better. I genuinely think my friend is a better song. So we've got the next track. So my friend takes that one. We've got Talent Goes By and Take a Chance. So here we go. Talent Goes By and Take a Chance. Rue, how could you say that? Or Andrew, what does that even mean? You think Take a Chance sounds like Alan Walker? Are you high? What in the world? So because we are going to do revotes, I will do my vote. I'll put my votes in because we've decided to do revotes. So I'll put it in off the bat. I think Talent Goes By is a good track. I think it's too high in the bracket here just because it has so many plays. I think Take a Chance is one of Tristam's best emotional tracks. It is just fire. Like it is. I love the climb. It's obviously I can't do that because I can't sing very well, but I thought it was fantastic. Roasted by Bowtied. What a terrible fate. I think it's going to be Take a Chance by a large margin. I wouldn't say large margin. They got 60 by almost 2/3. So. I mean, you can have your own opinion. I just disagree with that opinion wholeheartedly. That I don't think any Tristam sounds like Alan Walker. Okay, Take a Chance wins with a nice 69%. Actually, we'll go until the next bracket, but. Ooh. Rewell versus Blood Money, some old school tracks. Here we go. Here's Rewell with Rogue, and then Blood Money with Clean Kill.
Rewell.
And Blood Money. The quality's a little worse because this is all I could find. Yeah, the quality's a little worse on some of those tracks because genuinely that's what it sounded like when I downloaded them. I am personally a Rewell fan. I actually think it's one of Tristam's better old school tracks. In terms of like his old dubstep stuff, I would say Rewell, Hawkling Street, and Follow Me are my top 3 like old school classic dubstep from Tristam. So those are my takes on that. Blood Money from the You Clearly Let It Show EP. Rewell is from what was that one called? What was the one with Rogue called? I can't remember the name of that EP. But, okay, big win. Rewell's taking it for sure. For freaking sure. So, Rewell is doing it. So, Rewell is going to take it. And the poll, that'll be quite the matchup for the next round. Next up, we've got... Catalyst, thank you. Children in the Dark versus You Clearly Let It Show. Here we go. Children in the Dark, then You Clearly Let It Show.
If you can find my love, tell her I'm alone. I've been looking blind, like a child in the dark. If you can find my love, now we can share my heart. Hold each other blind, children in the dark.
Very different styles. Yeah, they're insanely different styles. I thought about even after putting these stuff together, like to preparation for this stream, I was like, that'd be a really cool video idea to go through old songs that maybe weren't released or stuff that people haven't heard of a ton, and you can guess who it is. Like, I'm assuming there's a lot of Tristam fans that know Tristam from With Love Until We Die, but then haven't heard stuff like this, that haven't heard You Clearly Let It Show or Blood Money or Rewell. So I think it's a kind of a cool idea. And so I might do that in the future with a video. I think it'll be kind of fun. But 100% votes to Children in the Dark. We can pretty much just end that there. We do not need any more. It's funny you say 2011 Porter Robinson, because I'm not going to spoil it. I'm just going to say it's funny you said that. It's funny you said that. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I'll wait till the very, very end. Okay, up next, some old school stuff again. We've got Pushed Away versus Little Monster. I forgot about Pushed Away. I really like Pushed Away too. So here we go. Pushed Away versus Little Monster. Yeah, that is crazy. Popsicle just mentioned that we've already had 50-50 and 100%. And we're like, what, 5-6 matchups in? So that's crazy. That's nuts. But Pushed Away versus Little Monster. Where is your vote lie? What do you guys think? We've got 2012 Dubstep Fire with MOAs. Pushed Away is just laughable. And Pushed Away is good. This is tough. I'm a fan of Pushed Away. Pushed Away was my personal vote. Another one that I would say was actually not too bad from Tristam in the past. So, yeah. I've decided I'm going to wait a minute, I think, for every vote here in the first round. Maybe we'll do 2 minutes on the second round or something like that. But for now, I think just the 1 minute works okay. So, yeah. It looks like it's going to be Pushed Away. I doubt there's going to be anything crazy. But yes, Tristam does sing in French here because he is in fact francophone. So he's from Quebec, Canada. So, oops. There we go. Kept it. Okay, some more old school dubstep. We've got One versus Mr. Doctor. Two tracks that I completely forgot about until doing this bracket. So here we go. One and Mr. Doctor. Okay, One versus Mr. Doctor. One is the first track. Mr. Doctor is the second track. What do you guys think? One came from Catalyst. Mr. Doctor came from, it's not Who We Are, or My Ghosts, I think it's My Ghosts. Wow, One with a strong lead off the bat, 92% to 8%. It is crazy to think that Tristam's discography is almost half and half of this like grand orchestral cinematic electropop, and then like this, just because he did so much of it early on. So it is crazy to think about. But yes, Rogue and Tristam should definitely collaborate. But I doubt we will see a Tristam collaboration with anyone in a while. I think he might be done with collaborations, would be my guess. I think one. Good one. Yeah, I think one did one. We will wait for the minute mark, just to just to make 100% sure. We gotta be 100% sure. There we go, 1 minute. So one takes a commanding lead. Have we seen any upsets yet? I didn't realize. So 20 beat there. Children in the Dark beat You Let It Show. Rewell beat Blood Money. So there was one technically. There's two upsets. This one I don't really count as an upset because they're pretty much the same. So we've had 2 upsets so far. Upsets, technically songs that have less plays. Here we go. Here's going to be a very fun one. We've got Crave versus Difference. So here we go.
Just a little sign. No, your addiction's not a crime. It's just a smaller part of who you want to become in the end. I'm a little bit different. You can never really make a dent. Take away my only difference. That's right. I'm a little bit different. You can never really make a dent. Take away my only difference.
Oh gosh, that's a tough one. Crave and Different. Different being the lowest song, technically Tristam's least played track on Spotify. That being Different, and then Crave being my personal favorite of his. That one sadly should be closer. I think in reality, if it wasn't Crave here, this one would have been a little bit closer. But that's just how the cookie crumbles. That's how it goes. That's how brackets go like this. Sometimes it just doesn't work out for you, and you get put in a bad seating. You get seated horribly, and that's just the way she goes. Crave, an absolutely incredible track. My favorite of Tristam's. But we will. This is pretty close though. It's 2/3 votes for Crave. For the 13 seed. This was the last song that didn't get a bye. Because this is the way brackets work. If you guys don't know, it's a 64 song bracket or 64 contestant bracket. But because there's not 64 songs, you can see like here. Because there's not 64 songs, you can see how over here there would be a matchup here, like 11th versus like 61, or 11th versus like 58 or something like that, or like 6 versus 60 or something like that. So those songs just automatically get buys because they have nothing to compete against, because there is no thing like that. So that was the first song that didn't get a buy, because the number 12 did get a buy. Questions here. I chose placements for the songs based off of their plays on Spotify. What has the most plays? I know it's not a perfect system, but I think it does what we needed to for this purpose, for this video. And so whatever the most plays on Spotify was ranked higher. So clearly Flight had the most plays on Spotify, so it was number 1, and Different had the least amount of plays from Tristam on Spotify, so it is last. So I know it's not perfect, but I think it works for now. Up next, we've got Violence versus Reaction. So here we go. This is Violence and Reaction. Reactions.
Maybe I'm done with the violence. Maybe we're all in make sense. Maybe it's all in our intent. Deep down we are innocent. Maybe I'm done with the violence. Maybe we're all in make sense.
Violence versus Reactions. What do you guys think? What is your vote? Violence is, it's hard not to vote for Violence, just because it was the first off of the With Love Until We Die album, the comeback of Tristam, and it looks like it's going to be Violence by a long shot so far. So I'm actually surprised more people voted for Reactions. I don't know if you guys are just throwing your votes away because you you just know violence is going to win. It's the bystander effect, and that one's going to win. Or if you guys genuinely like reactions more, but I don't know. It's just such an old school style track, which I mean, it's not bad. Old school isn't bad, but it's nothing compared to the newer stuff from Tristam like Violence. So. Violence is there. I think we're safe enough to end the poll. I don't think we need the full minute there. So Violence is going to take it. Up next, another 1-2 punch of old school dubstep. We've got Hawkling Street versus XII. Here we go. Where is Hawkling Street? Here we go. Okay. What do you guys think? A Hawkling Street versus XII. Also, a thing I didn't realize until listening through the song setting up this video. The way XII does the drop is actually very interesting. Because you would think if you were going to do like, if you're going to say XII before the drop, you'd go like XIII and then like drop. But he does like a little stutter with it. So he goes like X, and that's the three I's get in it really quickly. So I'm going to play it again. Just so you can hear it, just because I think it's actually kind of clever. So it goes X, and then rather than saying like I 3 times, it does like it does like a glitch for it. So listen for it, like that X, and then it gets the 3 in. So it's kind of clever, I don't think it deserves to win based off of that, but I don't think it deserves to win. But I think it's definitely clever. We're gonna wait for a minute, just in case. Wow, isn't just 13? Yes, I know it is just 13, but I don't. That's the way he does it. I guess is just XII. Hawkling Street is your winner to go on to face I Remember. So let's take a look at this half of the bracket. We are done. We're heading into the top 32 after this, or this side is at least. And so let's see. So there's a recap or for what's going to come up next. We got 2 drum step tracks versus new with Love Until We Die. So we got Flight versus Over the Edge, which would be crazy when we get to vote to that. My Friend versus Take a Chance. Empires of Sound versus Rewell. Children of the Dark versus Follow Me. Till It's Over versus Pushed Away. One versus Crave. Questions versus Violence, and Hawkling Street versus I Remember. So that's gonna get we're gonna get spicy when we get into those style tracks. But that is one half of the top 32. We got to scroll over here to the second half. There's a little bit more variety of tracks here, I think. Like if you even look at the color, you can see there's a lot of the like older kind of dubstep tracks, and there's a little bit more variety here, a little bit more older school things, and just some random things here and there, like the VIP, the Razor Sharp VIP. So we are going to get into our first matchup. Come Back to Me and Party for the Livin'. Here we go. Okay, that is your vote. And just a reminder, RPG, for asking how do songs make it in right away. So some songs get buys right away just based on their ranking, because we can't have a perfect. It's a 64 bracket contestants, but because there's only 52 songs, the 53 whoever would have played 53 to 64 just automatically gets buys. So like instead of Frame of Mind here playing the 63rd highest song or whatever, it just gets a buy because there is no 63rd song. So that's why these all got buys. So the top 12 songs got buys. Ooh, we've got a tight one. Come Back to Me versus Party for the Livin'. This is, once it hits a minute, I am going to hit end poll. We've got another tight one coming up here. Oh, Come Back to Me is taking back a little bit of a lead. This is tense. Oh, Come Back to Me is taking another lead, another 2 votes. When it hits a minute, when I see it say a minute, I will hit end. 1 minute to go. And let's see, did some extra votes come in? Come Back to Me is your winner, and we'll go on to lose in the next round, almost for sure. But Come Back to Me is our winner for this round. Okay, up next, The Vine versus Nocturne, Yoawa Yoi? I don't even know how to say that correctly, but here we go. This is The Vine and Nocturne.
Every step you take.
What do you mean I'm going to get canceled? Just because I said the next one's going to lose right away? It's going to lose. Ayayoi is someone that paid $200 to have a song named after them. Is that actually true? That is very interesting if that is the name of the song. I also did not assume that was the name of a person. So, wow, that surprises me. I honestly would pay $200 to have Tristam have a song named after me in brackets. I would 100% do that. But I guess that's old school. Imagine now, it's like a stock investment. Canceled. Welcome to. Why am I getting canceled? Is it just because I said I was going to lose to Frame of Mind? Did I say something wrong? What the heck? Okay, The Vine is pretty much just going to take that 100%. Yes, I agree. 50K is almost probably more reasonable. The Vine it's going to win. So The Vine wins without a doubt. We head into the next one. We've got Before We Fade versus 1992. This is going to be a tough one. Here we go.
It's a useless waste of time. I don't care what's on your mind. The truth was never for us to find. We could lock horns all day, but really who cares what we say? We will be lost right now. I want to go wherever I've been feeling blue, to find a place in you. If I could go instead of growing old, oh, I would start anew in 1992.
Okay, this is going to be a tough one. Before We Fade, 1992. Are we going Monster Cat Anniversary or the third least played song on With Love Until We Die? It looks like it's going to be Before We Fade by a long shot. I'm okay. I agree. Like I agree, but I just for some reason thought that was going to be closer in some capacity. I don't know why. I just assumed that was going to be a little bit closer. I do think Before We Fade is a substantially better song than 1992. I think 1992 is probably my second least favorite song from the album. I do really, really like it, but Before We Fade is it's just incredible. Yeah, it's so good. And that with, was it Bone Dry kind of being a spiritual successor to it after, just with the callbacks and lyrics. So after a minute of voting, Before We Fade is going to take it by more than I expected it to. So way to go, Before We Fade. Okay, Guardian versus the 42nd ranked With Love Until We Die. It is so tragically ranked so low, but I gotta stop sharing my opinion right away before we vote. Here we go, Guardian and With Love Until We Die.
Oh, I judge you find your way.
Whoa, are you here? Don't forget to help your neighbor when they're low. Wow, I'm a really bad singer. Also, that just hearing the difference between Guardian and With Love Until We Die is crazy. Because Guardian was I don't mind Guardian, like for his older dubstep stuff, I really don't mind it. But it is just so different than With Love Until We Die. I cannot believe Guardian Hats is getting as many votes as it is. Yeah. Popsicle, you're a madman. You are insane. To try to get people to vote against With Love Until We Die. How could you? How could you? Okay, I think that's going to be... I don't think we need to do much more. With Love Until We Die is going to win that. I think... So these first rounds are relatively easy. I think once we get into the top 32, it's going to get really hard really quick. Like, look at this. Like, before we fade the vine, and then Far Away versus With Love Until We Die, like, that is just... That's crazy right away. Like, that's so tough. So here we go. Next up, a song that I bet most of you, no, I wouldn't say most of you, a majority of you didn't know existed. The Razor Sharp VIP versus Sinking Cities. Here we go. Honestly, song's kind of a banger. Sinking Cities. But my vote goes to Razor Sharp VIP. It's just the older stuff, even though it's not bad, it just feels so outdated. It's not as some of those tracks feel a little dated, like Guardian and Rewell and Hawkling Street and Nocturne feel a little dated. But the ones from this EP, I can't remember what it's called. Is it the Who We Are EP? Is so dated. It just feels. The quality and just the compression, everything just feels very dated. So sadly, that's just the nature of it. We're just gonna end poll though, because that's just that's just an absolute slaughter. So the VIP is gonna make it. And then can it? Oh no, they're on other sides. I thought it would have been really funny if they were gonna connect right here, Razor Sharp and Razor Sharp VIP. That would have been funny if they could have, but they did not. Up next, Ruthless versus Extermination. Here we go.
Trust me, I know it's real. The pain you say that you feel. Trust me, I know it's true. I can be ruthless to you. But I promise that it's only love that I feel.
Okay, Ruthless versus Extermination. For those of you that just joined, we are in still the first round of voting. We have got quite a bit still left to go. You can see we are not done the first round yet. We've done the first half of this bracket the first round. So we're still in technically the top 64 of sorts. But we are almost done the lower half of the bracket here in the first round. So did not miss much if you've just joined. Okay, Ruthless, absolutely slaughtered. I don't think we need to stay much longer. So there we go. Ruthless, you are going to take it. Up next, oh gosh, Devotion, Black Beauty. Here we go.
Stood in the fire, burned with desire, love and emotion, dance with devotion. Stood in the fire. All we ask is for others to see. It's not for us. neck and hear the cries. We can't just stop to meet our eyes. All we want to live, love to trickle down from us.
Oh, this is a tough one, guys. Devotion, Black Beauty. Where's it gonna be? I personally like Black Beauty as an opener to the album, and I think it is a fantastic precedent setter for what the project is, and it's a great song from Tristam, as all these are. But Devotion is it's just better. It's just better in my opinion. It's a very different take from Tristam. It was almost house-ish. Like it was branching a little more in a different direction, genre-wise, or his style. It was the most un-Tristam-like Tristam track, I would say, opposed from his like older school stuff. But this one's a lot closer. This one's pretty close though. This is, oh gosh, the next one's gonna be so tough too. Yeah, this is definitely the hardest part of the bracket for sure. So once it hits a minute, I will end poll. It looks like Devotion is going to take it and run away with it though. 47 votes in. I think this is the most I've ever had people on stream. So thank you to all of you that are watching the stream. I think this is the most amount of people I've ever had at a time. So I appreciate you, and I'm excited to see where this bracket is going to go. Devotion's going to take it though. 48 votes in, 56% say Devotion. This is going to be tough. Another really tough one. This is such a hard side of the bracket. Truth versus Can You Feel the Love? The underdog second last track. So here we go.
Can you feel the love right now? Can you feel the love right now? Can you feel the love right now? And the laughs and cries that we'll take to the ground.
Wow, that is actually a really tough one for me. That's really tough. But I'm voting for Truth. And here's why. It's part of, obviously there's some nostalgia in Truth for me. But Can You Feel the Love is an incredibly emotional track, but Truth changed Tristam. Truth this was his style. He wasn't really doing this kind of cinematic stuff. And then Truth came out and you're like, whoa. You're like, this electro house is amazing. I literally got chills listening to Truth again. But you guys are voting Can You Feel the Love, and that's okay because that's just my opinion. I just think Truth is a stronger track even to this day. It invokes more of the Tristam style, more of the Tristam. But I mean, Can You Feel the Love is so tearjerking that I'm gonna stop saying whatever I was about to say. But it looks like Can You Feel the Love may do it. And honestly, to be fair, if there's any song that I was okay with Truth losing to, it would have been Can You Feel the Love. It's just, I get it. It makes sense. Sadly, we're not doing a double elimination bracket. I think that would just be too much time. It would be double the time of this stream, and stream's probably going to be at least another hour, I'm honestly going to guess. Yeah. Truth is going to lose. 2, Can You Feel the Love? The first time I voted, actually the second time I voted against what you guys say, and that's okay. We got two left in the first round of the bracket. We've got Undercat versus Flamewar. I also forgot about the drop, and you'll hear that in a second for Undercat. So here we go. Okay, I think Undercat's the only time Tristam's ever sworn in a song or had a song that has swears in it, because right at the beginning it says, I think it's the only time. Am I wrong? I'm trying to think about another time. I think I may be wrong. You guys can correct me. I think Undercat may be the only technically explicit track. Oh, what am I doing there? I was just moving flamewar over right away, which that was my vote. That's what I was trying to vote for. That's real bias right there. Oh, Chairs. Okay, I guess Chairs, but Chairs isn't really an official release, so that's why it doesn't. Yeah. You said damn and over the edge. I would not count damn as a swear, not gonna lie. This one's pretty close though, and that makes sense to me. Some kind of the old school Tristam stuff. The style is similar, and so we got the flamewar versus the undercat, and flamewar I think is going to come on top. So I could have moved it earlier. I just and our final round one. That was actually a lot closer. Flamewar just came out barely on top. Our final round of number one is Young and Free versus Burn. Here we go.
1, 2, 3.
It's only
It's you and I, but it's only you. Okay, I would be shocked if this isn't a blowout, but we'll see. I will be shocked if this isn't a blowout, but yeah, that's just an insta. It's just insta win for Burn. So we're gonna end the poll right there. Burn's just gonna take that with a commanding win. Okay, and that is done for the first round. I was going to quickly go over the final one. So our next matchups are going to be Bone Dry versus Burn, Flame War, Too Simple, Can You Feel the Love versus Devotion, Ruthless, Razor Sharp, once again Razor Sharp VIP. I'm going to move this one over here. With Love Until We Die versus Far Away, Before We Fade the Vine, Come Back to Me, Frame of Mind. Dang, this is going to be tough as we head into the top 32. Whoever wins this makes it into the Sweet 16. And we're starting with a banger. We are starting with an absolute banger of a first matchup. The the famous Flight versus Over the Edge. Here we go. Okay, that's tough. It's tough. What are we going with here? Personally, you guys can obviously vote on whatever you want to vote for or how you're going to vote for it. I'm voting for almost like the time period and when it was released. So I'm not so much voting for this one for Flight and Over the Edge nowadays, like a retrospect. I'd be like my first impressions, kind of, not really quite first impressions, but like my first 2-3 months with the song is kind of where I'm going for on most of these. And so, because some of them do get really tough. And so I'm trying to think of the mindset of when they first came out versus, when they first came out in both time periods. So that's the way I'm voting. And so with that, I actually voted for Flight. I was the least impressed with Over the Edge from all the singles, and I know I'm a minority here because I know a lot of you guys really loved Over the Edge from all the singles. I don't know, something about it felt like it needed an extra something here or there, and didn't feel as tear jerky for me as some of the other tracks were. Wait, what am I doing? just because I don't know. For me, it was a good song, but it wasn't. I think it could have used a little bit more. But in the end, Over the Edge is going to win. I get it. I respect it. I understand. That's just yeah. But with that, our number one ranked Flight has been dethroned in its first matchup, which I honestly expected. I really did expect that because I think a lot of you guys here in this chat know Tristam, love Tristam, and you think probably Flight, Frame of Mind are a little overrated. They're just played so much. It's like the Lone Marshmallow, where if it wasn't that popular, you'd be like, hey, it's kind of a good song. But now that it's really popular, you guys kind of hate it. So not a based Bowtied King. Almost up there. I know. I'm sorry. I'm just showing I'm getting my real thoughts in. Up next, My Friend versus Take a Chance. These are really tough. Here we go. You're asking for a little bit more time to think. I can't give that much time to think. You gotta just, it's tough. You gotta just vote with your heart. Because this matchup, while it seems tough, this is just to make top 16. This isn't even top 8. This isn't even top 2. So, wow, that was more than I expected it to. Higher percentage. I love My Friend. I think it's one of Tristam's, I think actually is his best drum step track. And I freaking loved it. Take a Chance, incredible song. I loved it. I really did. It's one of the 3 or 4 10s I actually gave on With Love Until We Die. But that being said, I think Take a Chance could have used a little bit more. It could have been a little bit longer. It was too short for me, for My Friend to lose out, just because My Friend is more of an epic track. So, yeah. Okay. I'm waiting for the hit 1 minute. I'm just gonna give everything a fair shot. Who knows? Someone may come in and just vote everything. I don't know how that's even possible. But there it is. We're moving on to Build the Cities, Empire of Sound, with Karma Fields featuring Curly versus Rewell. Here we go, which got the bye last time, Build the Cities. So here we go.
Built an empire of sound. I see bridges were falling down. In the midst of endless time, we have built along this line. Built an empire of sound.
Rewell.
Okay. Build the Cities versus Rewell. I would be shocked to see if any of his older dubstep stuff are going to make it to the top 32. I don't think they're going to. Yeah, no, not top 32, top 16. I don't think they're going to make top 16. Just because that just doesn't seem likely. Doesn't seem likely to me to make Sweet 16. So doesn't seem likely, and that's okay. And that is very much okay. 50 votes in so far. Build the Cities, Empire of Sound is going to definitely take this one. I will wait for the 1 minute mark just to be totally fair and honest. But I remember the day when I was listening to the Monstercat podcast, back when it was actually called the Monstercat podcast, and Karma Fields was just releasing the album, and they did the Build the Cities remixes. And then every day they revealed, or every week they released 1 or 2. I think they did 2 after the podcast. And they did like this, it all got glitchy, and then they did like the remix of the song, and the part of it was there was obviously, what's his name's, can't remember his name, the visuals for everything of Karma Fields. And they had a logo that would like change back and forth, or like a thing that would spin around and then slowly make like the face of the person that did the remix. It was like Project 46, and then it was like rabbits, and so it was really cool. And then this one came on after one of the podcast episodes at the end, and no one knew what it was because the logo was changing and nothing was happening. And then you heard Tristam's voice, and people were losing their minds. They're like, "Oh my gosh, what is this?" And it goes and revealed the new Tristam logo. That was when he did the circle with the kind of things on the top left. And they did a new logo for Tristam, and that was big. That was like one of my favorite Monster Cat moments. So enough of that. But we're moving on to our next matchup. This is Children in the Dark versus Follow Me, which had a bye already. So can Follow Me lose its bye?
If you can find my love, tell her I'm alive. I've been looking blind, like a child in the dark. If you can find my love, tell her we can share my heart. Hold each other blind, children in the dark.
So different, very, very different tracks. I also have a very fond memory with Follow Me. I guess this is just story time with Bowtied, of riding my longboard to Brady's house, who was on one of my Monster Cat guessing games, my best friend, and just had the song on repeat. So I was longboarding to his house and just had the song on repeat the entire time. It was like probably like a 20-minute longboard of just listening to Follow Me, and I loved it. That being said, it's a bit of an older song, doesn't hold up as much nowadays, and Children in the Dark is just something. Yeah, it's just on another level of special. I'm trying to remember the name of it before. Oh, actually, I want to try something real quick here. I want to see if I can find something. I'm so sorry. This is going to take time, but I need to see if I can remember something. I remember hearing, or see if anyone else can find the link for me. We're going to end the poll there. Finding a Tristam track, or it was, what was the song called before? Children in the Dark was called something before. It wasn't Children in the Dark. It was She something? What was it called? She's Just Like Me. Yeah, She's Just Like Me. I remember seeing an old, what's it called? An old, like, teaser for that song that I listened to all of the time. I listened to it all the time because I loved it. And when the song finally came out, I lost my mind. But I need to find it. I'm so sorry. I will find this. If anyone can find it, it's a Vimeo clip that I remember of two women dancing. It was two women dancing. Oh, I found it. Look at me go. This is the old She's Just Like Me, if you guys can remember this. So let's go here. Oh, it's not on top. This was the old She's Just Like Me. If anyone's ever seen this, I guess this is Twitch too.
Looking for the ones she craves, lost in the middle of nowhere. If you can find my love, then tell her
I'll turn it up a little bit.
I've been looking blind, like a child in the dark. And if you find my love, tell her we can share my heart. Hold each other blind, like children in the dark. If you can find my love, then tell her I'm alive. I've been looking blind, like a child in the dark. And if you find my love, tell her we can share my heart. Hold each other blind, like children in the dark. Children in the dark.
Reminds me a lot of like devotion, or not devotion, a little bit, I guess. So yeah, so part of me, oh gosh, the chat just went wild on the side there. Part of me misses the kind of old school sound of Tristam of like that, and that he changed it to be a little bit more orchestrally, a little less EDM-y, but that's besides the point. Yeah. Okay. I just gotta get children. So these asides. I gotta stop doing these asides. So much of these asides. But yes, I love that version. Okay, moving on because we gotta keep going. Till It's Over versus Pushed Away. Here we go. It's too loud. It's too quiet. I'm so sorry for changing the volume there. Oh, I forgot to do the other one. Till It's Over and Pushed Away. Till It's Over, Pushed Away. Well, that was a gong show of me at the end there. Whew. Wow, I am hot. I have a heating pack on my back because I killed it earlier. Pushed Away or Till It's Over. What do you guys think? I like Pushed Away, but Till It's Over is Till It's Over, and you can't really argue with it. So yeah, you can't really argue with it. I'm not even gonna. No, not gonna wait the whole time. Till It's Over is your winner. Move on to the Sweet 16. Up next, we've got One versus Crave. Here we go. Okay, Crave or One. What do you guys think about that? I would be shocked if Crave didn't win. Crave is my favorite Tristam song of all time, so please don't let Crave lose to One. I would be very, very sad. Yeah. It's okay. So two absolute slaughters back to back here. As we're gonna go from that to one of the probably hardest round of 32s to vote on. So here we go, guys. This one's gonna it gets hard. It gets really hard now. Questions versus violence. Damn. Here we go.
To paint these walls white now. So though the questions keep on coming this time, you know that I'll listen. You know I'll be patient with you, you're my baby. Maybe this time you'll know you can trust me. You'll know. Maybe I'm done with the violence. Maybe we'll love it next time. Maybe it's slowly to intent. Deep down here in the sun. Maybe I'm done with the violence. Maybe we'll love it next time.
Questions and violence. A very tough one. Probably one of the toughest of the round of 32. Just because they're two classic tracks. Kind of an old school. Tristam's. Are you gonna vote for Tristam's final? Wait, I think about this. These songs actually came. These are songs that came out right next to each other. That's crazy to think about because this was Tristam's final Monster Cat release of Questions versus Violence. which was the first song of the album. So that's crazy to think about, that these two songs were the next songs in his discography. Like, they released right after one another. So that's crazy. Have you heard of The Way I See You by Tristam? I have not, I don't think. I did a deep dive into his older stuff at one point, but we're just going over the official tracks released from Tristam. So 55 votes are in, and Questions has got a lead. When it hits a minute, I will end poll, and that's a minute. Questions takes it. That sort of surprises me, sort of doesn't. That's big. That's big, and that sucks for new what's the word? New Tristam, because Over the Edges is here, Take a Chance and Mistake are both out. Children in the Dark is still here. Difference out. Violence is out. So New with Love Until We Die, not representing as well. So here we go. Next one, we've got Hawkling Street versus I Remember. It's still in Vernon.
The creep and crawl.
Okay, Hawkling Street versus I Remember. This is actually a lot closer for me than I expected it to be, not gonna lie. I have a soft spot for Hawkling Street, and just kind of Tristam's old school, kind of signature creepy, almost like harrowing, haunting dubstep production. And so I liked Hawkling Street quite a bit, but it is no match for I Remember, who won its very first matchup. So easiest matchup possible. Wow. Okay, that one's going to win. And so we now have our top 8 on this side of the bracket. We have got Questions versus I Remember, Till It's Over versus Crave, Children in the Dark versus Empire of Sound, Over the Edge versus My Friend, the 32 seed Over the Edge beating Flight. So that is the highest, or technically the lowest seed to make it so far. But now we are going to move on over to the other side of the bracket, where we are starting off with Frame of Mind versus Come Back to Me. Here we go.
You can lift your head up to the sky, take a deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path among the lines with your shattered frame of mind. Or instead you could always stay. We can wait right here and play.
Do we really need to vote? Okay, Frame of Mind versus Come Back to Me. What do you guys think? I think this one might be really close, honestly. I could see this one being one of the toughest matchups of the round of 32, just because Come Back to Me is such a classic. Yeah, I got one vote, I think. So I don't think I don't think Bracken sang in Frame of Mind at all. But yeah, I don't think it was any. We're gonna end the poll. Say psych. I did sort of say psych without saying psych. Frame of Mind is gonna take it. Shocker, shocker, shocker. Up next. Oh, this is a tough one for me. The Vine versus Before We Fade. Here we go.
Every step you take. It's a useless waste of time. I don't care what's on your mind. The truth was never
we will be lost before we fade. What is your vote? Is it The Vine or is it Before We Fade? This is a tough one. This is a really tough one. Ooh, Before We Fade comes out to an early lead. What do we see when the next round of votes come in? What's going to happen? Oh, it got tighter. I'm going to wait till the 1 minute mark. When it hits 1 minute, I will hit end poll. This is getting tight. It's really tight. Before we fade takes another couple votes. Ooh, they split them there. 56 votes are in. Ooh, 58. The Vine took some back. When it hits a minute, I'm hitting end poll. I'm hitting end poll in a minute. 1 minute. What happened? What's it going to be? I don't know until it shows up in chat. Before We Fade takes it. Before We Fade takes the win. Just barely beating it out. Whoo, that was tight. That was a really tight one. 60 votes. 60 votes. Also, thank you for being here because this is the most amount of people I've ever had on a stream, and I love it. And if you guys are liking this content, we'll do more of it. Spoiler alert, there will be more of it next week. I'll wait till the very end to tell you, give a little teaser for what's coming up. Next matchup, though, Far Away versus With Love Until We Die. Here we go. This is a really tough one.
While you dance, just remember that you'll never be alone. That you'll never fade, you'll only carry on. You can let it go, it never made your way. Oh.
This is a tough one, guys. Far Away versus With Love Until We Die. Also, TJB, you say Bowtied pulling in Tristam fans is going to get you the most views. I know someone else that'll get me more. But that's besides the point. Oh my gosh, this is crazy close. I don't want to say my votes because, oh my gosh, we are down to the wire. Will the title track beat Far Away with Bracken? Ooh, With Love Until We Die gets a couple more votes back. What are we doing? We got 55%, well, 55 votes. 59 votes and nothing changed. We're going to hit a minute soon. What's going to happen? Guys, stop troll. I don't think people are trolling this one. 60 votes in, 55% going to With Love Until We Die. What's it going to be? When I see it a minute, I'm going to hit. Oh, I think With Love Until We Die is going to take it. It is With Love Until We Die, the one I voted for. Let's go. It is a masterpiece of a track. So these are really tight. These are getting really tight. That's just the way it works, though. That's the big brackets that you have to work. You got to knock stuff out. You got to do it. So up next, we've got Razor Sharp VIP versus Once Again. Here we go.
As we build it once again.
Oh, baby. Once Again versus Razor Sharp VIP. I don't know why I made the color for this one yellow, because Once Again is a glitch hop track. So I don't know why I did that, but I guess I can change it right now. Properties. Let's give it a nice green. Let's go a little darker. That feels right. I don't know why. That just feels more right to me. What? Oh gosh, that was an absolute slaughter. 47 votes in, and once again is just miles ahead. So I think we can end it there. We don't need to go on much further. Once again, absolutely destroyed. So glad to see that the ones that got the buys aren't just going to lose right away. Because I mean, once again, and Frame of Mind are still in, but Far Away, Flight lost. So Follow Me lost. This is going to be another tough one. You heard the VIP. You did. But what about the original? Here is Razor Sharp versus Ruthless.
Trust me, I know it's real. The pain you say that you feel. Trust me, I know it's true. I can be ruthless to you. But I promise that it's only love that I feel.
Okay, Razor Sharp versus Ruthless. Can Razor Sharp keep its number 3 seed? Are the top songs going to get axed just like that? Most Razor Sharp are also subjected to 10 hours of Mongolian throat singing. Wow. Personally, Ruthless was my number 1 song of 2021 by Spotify means. I don't know why that was the number 1 song I played. I thought it was going to be With Love Until We Die, but it was not. So I'm a Ruthless fan. I voted for Ruthless. Razor Sharp is good, but it's just not the kind of classic Tristam. I mean, it's a fantastic song. It's a representative of Monster Cat and I guess Tristam Pigmore Nerds as a whole. But Ruthless, I think, is just a stronger song. And you guys agree. You guys agree for the most part. I'm down for throat singing. We've got 87% of votes in, 62 votes. Ruthless is going to take it. Ruthless, moving on to the Sweet 16. Up next, we've got, oh gosh, another toughie. Devotion versus Can You Feel the Love? Here we go.
Stood in the fire, burned with desire, love and emotion, burns with devotion. Stood in the fire. Can you feel the love right now? Can you feel the love right now? Can you feel the love right now? And the laughs and cries that we'll take to the ground.
Devotion. Can You Feel the Love? Oh, what? I drew something. I didn't even know I could do that. It's the N hotkey. Devotion or Can You Feel the Love? What do we got going on? Devotion is off to a strong lead. I think this one does need a full minute just in case, even though it's getting close. Devotion, I said it before when we did the last round. It is kind of Tristam's most different song, I would say, stylistically, because he had his dubstep era, then his like electro house stuff, and then he did like glitchy for a little bit, and then back to like that electro house, and then this one was a little more different, I would say, than the rest of his tracks. So I don't know, that's just my opinion. I think Devotion is the most different, but I love it. I was a huge fan, so I voted for it for this round. So both great tracks, but Devotion has now kicked out two, now that it's won with 66 votes, has kicked out two With Love Until We Die tracks, with potentially a third coming up with Ruthless. So Devotion is just running through good old With Love Until We Die. Here we go. This one's going to be an interesting one. A little bit more, not as bigger name tracks from Tristam. We've got Too Simple versus Flamewar. Here we go.
Too simple.
Lol. Yeah. You guys are saying, or Nelly's saying neither of these deserve top 16. That's kind of somewhat to some extent, but one of them will make. I know it's tough when one of these songs has to make it, but Can You Feel the Love just got knocked out, and then Razor Sharp got knocked out, so it's like, it's tough, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. I do agree, though. I think King Cobra that Too Simple has aged not that well. I wouldn't say, no, maybe even badly. It hasn't aged incredibly. I should say that. It hasn't aged the greatest I think it could have. But still an interesting track. Too Simple is going to take it by a 3-4 margin of votes. So, yeah, that's going to be it. Too Simple is moving on to the top 16. Stephen Walking making it into the top Tristam songs. Up next in our final round of 32 is Burn versus Bone Dry. Here we go.
It's only
Okay, Burn, Bone Dry, the B tracks. What are we doing? Can Burn replace Too Simple? No, it cannot, sadly. Yeah, tragically, I think Burn's a great track, but Bone Dry is, yeah, like Jack's saying, is just something special. It really is just something special. So it is going to make it. I don't think we need to prolong this poll much longer. Okay, Bone Dry is going to make it. We are going into the Sweet 16. The Sweet 16 has been determined. We've lost some good songs. We've still have some not great songs. But our top 16 matchups are going to be Bone Dry versus Too Simple, Devotion versus Ruthless, With Love Until We Die versus Once Again, Before We Fade versus Frame of Mind, Questions versus I Remember, Till It's Over versus Crave, Build the Cities, Empire of Sound versus Children of the Dark, Over the Edge versus My Friend. These are your top 16, your Sweet 16, and who is going to make it into the Elite 8? Let's find out. Our first matchup will be Over the Edge versus My Friend. It just beat Flight. It just beat the last drum step track. It is technically now the number 1 seed because of its win. Is it going to take over My Friend as well? Let's find out. Here we go. Okay, those are your snippets. We've got Over the Edge versus My Friend. What is going to happen? My Friend went through Mistake, went through Take a Chance. Can it get through Over the Edge? It's off to a lead, 59% versus 41% from Over the Edge. That is how percentages work, with 50 or 46 votes. Literally chills back to back. I get 55 votes have coming in, 56% still from My Friend. We're going to wait till it hits a minute, and then we're going to do 2-minute voting, I think, on the last rounds from here. But we're still doing 1 minute, just 1 minute of voting. 1 minute of voting. My Friend. What's happening here? 60 votes have come in. My Friend is taking a lead, and I think it may run away with it. We're probably hitting a minute soon. What's going to happen? Yes, I am commenting like it's a sports game. My Friend is going to... No, it's not 1 minute yet. I tried to time that perfectly. It is not 1 minute. Let's see the final results. It's going to be My Friend. My Friend wins with 55% versus Over the edge, my friend, gone through. Over the edge, take a chance, mistake, running through with love until we die. Running through the tracks. But we've got another with Love Until We Die matchup. We have got Build the Cities, Empire of Sound with Karma Fields featuring Curly versus Children in the Dark, the song that everyone waited the most for versus the song that no one asked for but everyone loved. What is going to happen? Here we go.
Built an empire of sound as the bridges were falling down. In the midst of endless time, we have built along this line. Built an empire of sound. If you can find my love, tell her I'm alive. I've been looking blind, like a child in the dark. You can find my love, now we can share my heart. Hold each other blind, children in the dark.
Okay, that is our song snippets. Build the Cities, Empire of Sound, Children in the Dark. I'm seeing a lot of comments for both happening here. What are we getting up to? It is a 50-50 split on 36 votes, 18 for each. We are going to hit, once it hits a minute mark, we will be stopping. Some more votes came in and Build the Cities taking a little bit of a lead. What's going to happen here? Tristam working with Karma Fields. Can Tristam and Karma Fields take over the song that people asked for the most? As in, she's just like me, but actually Children in the Dark. Oh, Children in the Dark has a bit of a comeback. 58 votes are in. When it hits a minute, I will be hitting end poll. What's going to happen? 59 votes in. When I see 1 minute, I'm going to hit it, and then we're going to see what happens. We are going to see what happens. 1 minute. Oh, I think Children in the Dark comes out on top. Does, in fact, beat Build the Cities. I voted for Build the Cities, but Children in the Dark is going to make Elite 8, and it will go on to play against My Friend in the top 8. Whew, another tough one, but it only gets tougher from here. We are moving on to another tough matchup. Till It's Over and Crave. Here we go. Okay, those are your votes or your sound snippets. Till It's Over versus Crave, the glitch hop track from 16 Expedition versus Crave, which was on 26? 26 was Devotion. 23? I can't remember what Crave was on, actually. 24? 24. Okay, 24. Jack's saying 24. But it looks like Crave is going to take a monstrous win over Till It's Over. We're just going to put it at 1 minute. We're going to wait for 1 minute just to be fair. But Crave is beating Till It's Over by 3-1 votes. So it's just kind of a bit of a slaughter, which is okay. I will say, personally, if I did all the votes myself, Crave would be number 1. Crave is my favorite Tristam song of all time. But that is not about me. This is about us as a community voting together. So that is that. Moving on to our final round of the left side bracket. We've got Questions versus I Remember. The old school banger from I Remember versus the final Monster Cat release from Monster Cat. Final Monster Cat release from Tristam. Here we go.
To to paint these walls white now. So though the questions keep on coming this time, you know that I'll listen. You know I'll be patient with you, you're my baby. Maybe this time you'll know you can trust me. You'll know.
I forgot. Okay, what's it going to be? Questions versus I remember. I have a feeling. I think I know where this one's going, but we will see when votes actually come in. And I was correct. Similarly to Crave versus Till It's Over, it looks like Questions is winning a 3-1 majority right now. Again, to be fair, all is fair in love and war. We will wait for the 1 minute mark to put in the final tally. We will see. We will wait. But Questions looks like it is popping. It is popping. So, also, while we're doing this, I love this. I'm really liking doing this bracket. This is a lot of fun. I like doing this more than the weekly New Music Monday. So we will be doing this again next week, and I will say at the end of the video, the end of the stream, who our next artist is. I already have it all picked, already have it all planned, already have it all ranked and ordered and put into a nice little bracket. But we will do that next week, obviously. And I will reveal that at the end of the stream. You guys can probably guess, and I've seen people guess it correctly so far. So, Questions is going to win that one by a large majority. As we are moving on to the right side of the bracket, we're starting with a banger. All these are bangers. We've got Your Frame of Mind versus Before We Fade. Here we go.
You can lift your head up to the sky. Take a deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path among the lines with your shattered frame of mind. Or instead you could always stay. We can wait right here and play. It's a useless waste of time. I don't care what's on your mind. The truth was never for us to find. We could lock horns all day, but really who cares what we say? We will be lost.
Okay, Frame of Mind versus Before We Fade. What's it gonna be? I know what my vote is. You know what your vote is. You're inputting it in right now, or you just did. Frame of Mind coming out on top for the first 32. Dang. Coming back a little bit Before We Fade. I'm okay. Frame of Mind is up 61%. We will be waiting the minute. We probably got 30 seconds left to go. Frame of Mind looks like they might be taking it, running away with it, with almost 2-1 votes for it right now. It's got 62% of the votes. 55 votes have come in, 59 votes, and it lost 1%. I don't think it's going to be enough for Before We Fade to take it. A lot of people going to be happy. A lot of people it's coming down even more. 60% of the votes for Frame of Mind with 60 votes in. And I think 1 minute should be coming up soon. There it is, 61 votes. Frame of Mind will be moving on to your Elite 8. I will say this, I'm not going to try to be biased or anything. I'm shocked you guys like Frame of Mind as much as you guys do. That's the one thing that surprised me, is you guys actually like it a lot more than I expected you to. So, oh gosh. Here we go. A tough one. I mean, they're all tough from this point on. With Love Until We Die, a 42 seed, technically based off of plays, versus Once Again. Here we go.
While you dance, just remember that you'll never be alone. That you'll never fade, you'll only carry on. You can let it go, it never made you wait. Oh, as we build it once again.
Okay. With Love Until We Die versus Once Again. What is your vote? I think most of you will know where I stand on the vote, so I'm not going to say anything particularly about that. But we will see. We will see. With Love Until We Die, it comes out with a strong lead versus Once Again. A little bit stronger to start than Frame of Mind, but we will see. I think it'd be cool to perform this tournament in a larger setting with more scientific results, say thousands of voters instead of at least 100. I agree. I think this will be fun with 1,000 people, or like the more people, the merrier. But I have 1,000 subscribers, but not everyone's coming to the stream. So you tell them to come to the stream. Yeah. We'll see. Maybe next one we'll advertise it a little bit more in some different areas. But yeah, that's not a bad idea. I'll do a little bit of advertising for the next one. We'll see how that one goes. But for now, it looks like With Love Until We Die is going to come out on top. I will wait for the 1 minute mark. There it is. With Love Until We Die wins by a larger portion than Frame of Mind did. As we move on to, oh man, these are just tough. Ruthless versus Devotion. Here we go.
Trust me, I know it's real. The pain you say that you feel. Trust me, I know it's true. I can be ruthless to you. But I promise that it's only love that I feel. You stood in the fire, burned with desire, love and emotion, burns with devotion. You stood in the fire.
Wow, okay, so this is the first time I'm not 100% sure what to vote for right away. This is the first time where the matchup I go, I'm like, wait a second. What do I actually like more? And I've submitted my vote. Yeah, that's the first time I've genuinely been like, I don't actually know. I don't know what I want to vote for. It hasn't been instantly clear. Every time I see the bracket, I know what I want to vote for. That's the first time I've been like, I really got to think about this a little bit. So I went with what my heart is, but my heart is losing right now. So I'm okay with either of these winning. Ruthless is up to a 55% lead over Devotion right now. 60 votes are in. We're going to wait to the 1 minute mark. We're going to see what happens. How many more votes are coming in? I'm not sure. Many more can. I'm okay with either winning. Obviously, I'm okay with either. And we've hit the 1 minute mark. And Ruthless has come out on top. Actually, kind of surprised. Ruthless. Maybe it is some of the recency bias, but I'll take it. I'm okay with that. Okay, and our final round of the Sweet 16. I'm not gonna say anything about this. I don't want to. Yeah, here we go. Too Simple versus Bone Dry.
Too simple. As the stars were dancing in that line, past that we could never run. Oh, they were dancing way up high. Stars were dancing in that line. Future we will never.
Okay, Bone Dry, Too Simple. What is your vote? I'm gonna guess 87% are gonna say 81% Bone Dry. Okay, off the bat. Yeah, Bone Dry. It's so good. Too Simple is a bit of a banger though. Too Simple deserves 5 Grammys. Just for real sakes, we're gonna let it hit a minute. Just to be fair, we're gonna let it hit a minute. But it looks like Bone Dry is going to absolutely stomp all over too simple, with the highest wins percentage for the Sweet 16. As we head into the top 8. I'm going to hit the end poll now, though. Bone Dry moves on, and we are going into the final 8 tracks. We've come down, we've eliminated, where's my quick maths here? We've eliminated 44 tracks. We've eliminated 44 tracks, and we've got 8 left. Quarterfinals, we've got Ruthless versus Bone Dry. We've got With Love Until We Die versus Frame of Mind. We've got Questions versus Crave, and we've got Children in the Dark versus My Friend. In the end, we have got 1, 2, 3 With Love Until We Die tracks, 1 anniversary track, technically, with Bone Dry, Monstercat's, or his final track with Monstercat in Questions, a drum step track from My Friend, a Bracken track with Frame of Mind, and Crave, Electro House. Actually, this is pretty good. Diversity. I'm not gonna lie. Like, we've got newer track. You got newer Tristam. We've got an anniversary style track. We've got Electro House. We've got drum step. We've got D&B. We've got Questions. We kind of got a lot of variety. So I'm happy we got this much variety in quarterfinals. But that being said, we do have to move on. We do have to crown our semifinalists. Our first matchup: My Friend versus Children in the Dark. Here we go.
If you can find my love, tell her I'm alive. I've been looking blind, like a child in the dark. If you can find my love, now we can share my heart. Hold each other blind, children in the dark.
Okay, that's it. That is our first top 8 vote. What is it going to be? My Friend or Children in the Dark? We start with a 50-50 split. Votes aren't coming in that fast. People are taking a little bit more time to think about it. Half of the votes are in red. Oh, and they jump up. My Friend takes a lead with 48 votes. We are going to stop it. When it hits a minute, you got a minute to vote as best as you can. You got to go with your soul. Oh, Children in the Dark makes a comeback. 51% to 49% from My Friend. That is how percentages work. 55 votes. Can we play the songs again? Sorry, we are not playing. 64 votes. Children in the Dark is up by 4% on My Friend. We are coming down to the wire. The minute will be approaching. 65 votes, and it's a 51% to 49%. What's going to happen? How many final votes are going to come in at the end here? It's going to be tight. It's going to be... Who's waiting to say their vote? Oh, 1 minute. End poll. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? Children in the Dark wins with 50% versus My Friend technically got 49%. I think that would have been probably 1 or 2 votes away. I think it must have been 1 vote. It must have been only 1 vote away. Also, what am I? Oh, I did the thing wrong here. This is supposed to be a full line here, but I can fix that while we do the rest of it. That is a tragedy. I don't know how it got down so close to wire there, but Children in the Dark is coming on top. Yeah, it would have been 55.9 to 59 to 49.5 is how YouTube does the count. So it would have been a 1 vote difference. That is absolutely insane. Children in the Dark is going to make it into the top 4 to go on and play the winner of Crave versus Questions. Here we go. Crave versus Questions, 13 versus 12 seed. Here we go.
Just a little time. Know your addiction's not a crime. It's just a smaller part of who you want to become in the end. To paint these walls white now, so though the questions keep on coming.
Okay, Crave versus Questions. An absolutely insane Elite 8. Crave comes out with an early lead. Wow, a lot earlier lead than Children in the Dark had. Actually, it didn't have a lead to start. But Crave is going to... Oh, it's still maintaining that lead. Dang, 67% is going to take 2/3 of the votes. 57% of votes came in. They got a little bit more. I think this might be it. I think Crave may be running away with our second top 8 vote. I think it's going to be. I don't think there's any way for it to not. We're going to hit a minute soon, and Crave, a commanding 65% of votes. Way to go, Crave. It's going to do it. And that will be your first semis. Children in the Dark versus Crave. Dang. Okay. Moving on to our third quarterfinals. We've got Frame of Mind versus With Love Until We Die. I thought this was going to be the closest, but you can't get any closer than one vote. So the number 2 ranked seed versus the number 42 ranked seed. The biggest gap in terms of plays. Here we go.
You can lift your head up to the sky. Take a deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path among the lines with your shattered frame of mind. Instead, you could always stay. We can wait right here and play. While you dance, just remember that you'll never be alone. That you'll never fade, you'll only carry on. You can let it go, it never made your way.
Okay. Frame of Mind with Love Until We Die. I'm sad. I know what's gonna happen. I feel like I know what's gonna happen. But I just vote with your mind, not your hearts. Oh, 50-50 on 42 votes. Oh, this is way closer than I thought this was gonna be. Oh, Frame of Mind comes out with a little bit more of a lead. 53% of the votes for Frame of Mind. At 57% vote, at 57 votes, where we don't have too many more people in chat. Oh, 55% for Frame of Mind with 64 votes. I don't know if With Love Until We Die is able to bring it back. 56 more votes for Frame of Mind. I think it's going to be Frame of Mind. I don't think there's any way that With Love Until We Die is going to make it. But you guys love the classics too much. A nice 69% of the vote, or 69 votes. And that's it. 69 votes, 70 votes, and a majority goes to 71. Frame of Mind will be your third semifinalist. I was hoping for With Love Until We Die, but sometimes it just doesn't go your way. It just doesn't go your way. This is a victory for... I love the difference of please vote the right song, rip, and then this is a victory for mankind. But Children in the Dark stayed in. Crave is in. Frame of Mind. Who is Frame of Mind going to play in these semifinals? Is it going to be Ruthless or Bone Dry? Here is your snippets.
Trust me, I know it's real. The pain you say that you feel. Trust me, I know it's true. I can be ruthless to you. But I promise that it's only love that I feel. As the stars were dancing in their line, past that we could never run. Oh, they were dancing way up high. Stars were dancing in their line. Future we will never win.
Okay. Bone Dry, Ruthless. What's it gonna be? Who is going to make it into our top 4, our semifinals? Bone Dry comes out with a 57% lead. But can it keep the lead. Can it do it? More votes are coming in. What's going to happen on this next round of votes? Ooh, Bone Dry takes a little bit more of a lead. 60% versus Ruthless. This is going to be tight. Vote Bone Dry or commit Bone Fry. 62 votes, and Bone Dry is at 60% of the votes. I don't think it's humanly possible with how many viewers we have that Ruthless can win, but we will wait. Recency bias versus nostalgia is, yeah, sort of. 66. Ooh, 68. Ruthless has taken back some ground. It took back another 4%. But is it enough? I don't think so. I don't think Ruthless has enough in the tank to really... Oh, 70 votes are in. Ruthless taking a little bit more. And that is going to be it. Bone Dry is going to be your fourth and final semi-finalist to play Frame of Mind. And this, ladies and gents, is your top four. Children of the Dark, Crave, Frame of Mind, Bone Dry. Oh, my light went out. Of course it went out. It always goes out. It's a Bowtied stream if it always goes out. So we're just going to keep going and pretend nothing happened. What's going to happen? What is going to happen? We kind of got everything. We've got a With Love Until We Die track. We've got an Electro House. We've got a D&B with Bracken, and we've got Bone Dry. The kind of, I don't even know what you want to say, how you want to call that, but what kind of style that is. But here we go. Yeah, the light did not like the pick, apparently. So, Children in the Dark versus Crave. While this is happening, I will brighten up the room a little bit. So, here we go. Children in the Dark versus Crave.
If you can find my love, tell her I'm alive. I've been looking blind, like a child in the dark. If you can find my love, now we can share my heart. Hold each other blind, children in the dark. Just a little time. Know your addiction's not a crime. It's just a smaller part of who you want to become in the end.
Okay, that is your semi-final matchup 1. Children in the Dark versus Crave. Who is going to come out on top? Crave, 52% of the votes off the bat, but only about a third of the votes are in, or 2/3 of the vote are in. Children in the Dark takes a big slam at the end. More votes come in, and it's going to take 56% over Crave. Massive jump off of the first little bit. 74 votes are in. Crave is down 7% to even. 76 votes are in. I don't think Crave's going to be able to do it at this point. I really don't. Both songs are fantastic, but one does have to win, sadly. 76% of the votes. And I think this is going to be it. I think Children in the Dark is going to do it. It is going to win. 78, I believe. 78 votes and 56%. Children in the Dark is your first finalist, as it will go on to play one of Frame of Mind or Bone Dry, which we will decide right now. Frame of Mind, D&B track with Bracken, whatever you want to say, versus Bone Dry. Here we go.
You can lift your head up to the sky, take a deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path among the lines with your shattered frame of mind. Or instead you could always stay. We can wait right here and play. As the stars were dancing in their line, past that we could never run. Oh, they were dancing way up high. Stars were dancing in their line. Future we will never.
I'm getting nervous, guys. I'm getting nervous. I'm honestly getting nervous. What is it going to be? We've got Frame of Mind, Bone Dry. I think Frame of Mind's probably the favorite to win right now. Not going to lie. It's got 60% of the votes off the bat. 47 votes are in. So just over 2/3. Oh, Bone Dry taking back some ground. It's a 5% split to 50. 64 votes are in. I think we got another probably 10, 12, 15. Oh, it's getting even closer. 51% Frame of Mind, 49% Bone Dry with 72 votes in. What is going to happen? This is going to get very, 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 very close. 76 votes are in, and Frame of Mind has 51%. When I see 1 minute, I will hit end poll, and we will wait in anticipation to see. Oh, it's 50-50. It is 50-50. What's going to happen? When we hit a minute, who knows if there's going to be an extra vote at the end. 82 votes are in. I hit end poll. What's going to happen? Are we going to hit 50-50? Oh, no. Oh, no. We hit 50-50. We hit 50-50. A perfect 41-41. I'm not gonna. Oh my gosh. I am gonna put it to a revote. I am gonna go to a revote. I don't want to break I feel like it's too much pressure for me to break the tie. So we will go to a revote. If it ties again, I will decide. If it ties again, I will decide. But for now, we will do a revote. We're going to revote it. And while it's happening, I'm going to play the songs again. And just so we can get some background music in here, I guess. So Frame of Mind, Bone Dry, revote. What's it going to be?
You can lift your head up to the sky. Take a deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path among the lines with your shattered frame of mind.
Bone Dry off to an early lead this time.
Always stay. We can wait right here and play. As the stars without sin.
Oh, Bone Dry taking it stronger.
As though we could never run. Oh, they were dancing.
Poison is trying to bribe you.
Stars without sin.
77 votes in. 77 votes in. 52% are going to Bone Dry. 82, same amount of votes came in now, and Bone Dry has taken a little bit of a lead. Has there been enough swaying? Have people changed their votes? What's going to happen? I'm going to hit end poll when it hits 1 minute, and we will see. Oh, it's hit a minute. What's happened? I think it's Bone Dry. It is going to be Bone Dry is going to take it. The few changed votes, a couple people changed their votes, and it made the finals made the semis a little spicy. Bone Dry takes it over. There's botting going on in here, 100%. I would be shocked if someone who had a bot the YouTube chat. I mean, in theory, you could open a million different accounts and vote, but I actually can't because you can only be on one YouTube. Oh, okay, whatever. But Frame of Mind is upset by Bone Dry. Viewers did not like it. They're leaving. No, the YouTube view count is all messed up. It always is on streams, but we have got our finals. We have got our absolute finals. Yeah, the voting and viewer count is wrong on YouTube all the time. It's always been under the view count versus voters. That's just the way that YouTube is. The view count's never actually right. So, or the chatters, I should say, because it doesn't. Yeah, it's weird. It's messed up. But we have got our finals, our grand finals of the Tristam Discography Tournament, the first ever Bowtied Discography Tournament, and we have got Children in the Dark, Bone Dry. Just know you should really check it. Check what I put in. Okay. Bone Dry, Children in the Dark. We're going to do 2 minutes. You're going to get 2 minutes to vote. 2 minutes. So don't feel like you need to vote right away. Take your time. Be a little, think about it a little bit more. But here we go. 25 seed versus 6 seed. Bone Dry versus Children in the Dark. Here we go.
If you can find my love, tell her I'm alive. I've been looking blind, like a child in the dark. If you can find my love, tell her we can share my heart. Hold each other blind, like children in the dark. As the stars without sin in that line, past that we could never run. Oh, they were dancing.
Okay. We got Poison is spelling out bone dry in the comments. We've got what the skeleton army versus the 7-year-olds. Who is going to win? Is it the children versus the skeleton army? Children in the Dark has taken a 59% lead off the bat. We're gonna wait for 2 minutes. 2 minutes to vote. 50%. 50% at 62 votes. This is your time. There's some people I know you're holding your vote. You're holding to keep the suspense. You're going to hold it to keep as much suspense as you can. What do we got here? We got Bone Dry, 51% to Children of the Dark's 49. Again, that's how percentages work. 52% from Bone Dry with 73 votes in. You got a lot of child supremacy versus skeleton army. I like that. This is tough. Time to go through all my Google accounts. Don't vote twice. Don't be that person that rigs. We're not a Monster Cat voting rigger, right? Best of rigging. I'm calling my grandma for this. You've got a minute to put in your final votes. I know some of you are holding on the votes. Someone just tweeted at me and said, just sent the link to the final vote broken screen. Trying to get people in for the final vote. 51% Children of the Dark. They've taken it back. I think we're probably got 20 seconds left. We're very close. It's so close. We're so close. What's it gonna be? We're gonna hit 2 minutes in a second. Who's it gonna be? 79 votes. You gotta put your final votes in now. If you got them, you gotta put them in. Or else you're not going to get in. The suspense is killing me. Oh! Did I just see it hit 50-50? No way. Oh my gosh. Another 50-50. Oh my gosh. Another 50-50. What are the chances? I can't do the final vote. I can't. We have to do a repoll. We have to. Okay. So I'm going to give you guys, just in chat, like 30 seconds. Tell me why you want your song to win. Convince the people from the other side. Why should you vote Children of the Dark? Why should you vote Bone Dry? Just spam comments about why you want to vote. Are you a part of the child supremacy or are you a part of the skeleton army? What are you a part of? You gotta just tell them why in the comments you should vote for your song. Bone Dry, Children in the Dark. If Bone Dry wins, I will donate money that says Bulba. Wow. Child supremacy, blind and proud. The blind child. I need redemption for Ruthless. Oh man, just to spite Bone Dry fans. Crave was robbed. Bone Dry is just better, no cap. No, New Tristam is the best thing that ever happened to humanity. Oh, mid dry. What's so amazing about Bone Dry? Oh man, you guys are all over the place here. Dang. Oh, Children of the Dark represents a perfect album, in my opinion. Bone Dry hits us loners. I will donate money if With Love Until We Die wins. Wait, With Love Until We Die is not even in it anymore. I would have potentially hoped for that too, but okay. We are going to play some music again. Final revote. Oh, P-Boy says donates $2 for Super Chat and says Bone Dry for the win. That is brilliant. Really wants Bone Dry to win. I'm not going to say what I want to win. Yeah, we really need Zorro in here to be the real indicator. Okay, we're going to listen to them one more time while we do the vote. Bone Dry, Children in the Dark. Here we go. One more time.
If you can find my love, tell her I'm alive. I've been looking blind, like a child in the dark. If you can find my love, now we can share my heart. Hold each other blind, like children in the dark. As the stars were dancing in that line, past the we could never run. Oh, they were dancing way up high. Stars were dancing. see in their line. Future we will never.
Okay, thank you, Tristan. Not quite Tristam. Tristan for the $3 super chats. Child in the Dark for the win. Oh my gosh. Yopo for Vote Children in the Dark. You guys are, this is real bribery right now, isn't it? People, Bone Dry, Children in the Dark, Children in the Dark. If Bone Dry wins, no way, Bulba. You don't need to. They're cheating. They're like the governments. They're using the money to bribe. They're bribing you. They can't be bribing me. They can't be bribing me. The vote is in your guys' hands. We're gonna wait for the 2-minute mark. Tristan will donate 51. What is it? The skeleton army versus the child supremacy. You need mods in here. I apparently do. I kind of love the chaos. 82 votes, and Bone Dry is going to have 52% of them. Juveniles in the Dark, 84 votes are in Skeleton Supremacy. What happens? We're going to hit 2 minutes. We're going to hit 2 minutes here. What's going to happen? We're getting close to it. It's so close. You got to put your final votes in now. You got to put them in if you've been holding them off, because we're going to hit 2 minutes in a second. 2 minutes are there. Done. End poll. What is it? Bone Dry is your final champion. The winner. The top Monster Cat song. The top Tristam song. Winner is Bone Dry. Oh my gosh, what a finale. I cannot believe it. Chat is losing their minds. Oh man. Winner is in fact Bone Dry. Takes it by a super, super tiny margin. You guys are going absolutely nuts in the comments. I love it. Bulba said, I will donate $50 next stream. Trust me. Wow. Okay. You don't need to do that. I will greatly appreciate it. But that is tragedy for those that voted Children in the Dark. But Bone Dry is your Tristam winner. Oh, I want a re-vote. Yes, this needs larger context with more people. I agree. So next time when we do this, try to get as many people as you want in here to talk about it, to figure it out. How many people do we want to get in these streams? But oh man, skeletons come out on top. Oh man. Yeah, let's go. Let's look at the full bracket. Let's see everyone's path to victory too. So this is the full bracket. Obviously, it's kind of hard to see. I will send a photo of it in the end so you can see it a lot easier. But it's hard to see now, but because it's a little small. But let's see. Bone Dry beat Children in the Dark, Frame of Mind, Ruthless, Too Simple, and Burn to win. What did I vote on the final? I voted Bone Dry. I will say I did vote Bone Dry. I am a huge fan of Bone Dry, and so I really did like Children in the Dark, but I just thought Bone Dry was a little bit of a stronger track. So, not gonna lie, Bone Dry was my winner too. So I'm happy. It's not my absolute favorite, but I'm happy. But yeah, Children in the Dark went through what? Crave. Crave would have been my number one. If I could have picked, it would have been Crave with Love Until We Die finale. But yeah, Children in the Dark went through Crave, My Friend, Build the Cities, Follow Me, and You Clearly Let It Show. I'm not gonna lie, I think Children in the Dark did that a little bit harder. I think they got a little bit harder of a route, but so my money did not convince you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Yopo. I told you, I told you to bribe the chat, not bribe. Even if I did vote the other way, it would have been only one vote away. But thank you guys so much for joining. I'm going to quickly reveal what our next Monday, what we're doing, 1:30 p.m. PST. What artist are we going to be talking about then? Let me quickly open up this. We're going to go to my brackets. I don't know how much you can see here. And we're going to click this. It's going to get really white. And you know where this is going, don't you? We are going to do Porter Robinson is our next one. Next week, we will be doing Porter Robinson. It's only a one-sided bracket because there was some 34 songs, I think, 37 songs. So we don't need a full double-sided bracket. But we have got a porter bracket. We've got shelter, musician, fellow feeling, something comforting, flicker, lifelike. We got a whole porter bracket coming up next. So that will be next Monday. I need to check Discord, apparently. What is happening here? What is happening here? Are you just send songs? I can't. I'm not going to play them right now. I'll have to listen to them after, but I'm not 100% sure what they are. But I'll play them after. But that is next week. Thank you so much for joining. This was the finale. I'll make it look just as pretty as this one is. For the Tristam bracket. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. This is the most people I've ever had on a stream at a time. And so I loved doing this and you guys seem to really enjoy it. So thank you. Especially thank you for the donations. Yopo, I'm sorry that it didn't convince me enough it didn't convince chat enough, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, I guess, sometimes. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys in another video, and potentially even Monday for the Porter Robinson bracket. So thanks for hanging out, and I've been Bowtied Media. I will see you guys in another video when I can figure out how to end the stream. Peace out!